It's Madden NFL 24, and the wait is over for this rivalry game. It's the Commanders and the reigning Super Bowl champs under the lights on Thursday night.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Tonight, it's the Thursday opener for the new NFL season, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Dallas Cowboys. The wait is finally over. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis here in the start of a new NFL season, and we kick it off with a bang on Thursday night.
What's interesting about these Thursday night games is oftentimes we hear people say, is it really fair for players to play on Thursday night? But what did we hear from both of these teams going into this one? How excited they were to have the spotlight on their teams, their franchises, the rest of the...
With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. First look at the Cowboys offense as Dak Prescott gets ready to guide them.
And how about the time on the field? And remember when he had that serious ankle injury, would he return to form? Boy, did he ever. And he was better than ever, and that's great for the NFL. Terrific resilience, playing at a high level, capable of winning a championship with his arm and his legs.
And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll keep it on the ground. Herron. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. Boy, fingers crossed here. First quarter of a new season, already an injury. And while they attend to him, we'll step aside. Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. Now a give right side. Herron. And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as good running gets them to about the 44.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs. Established.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. 2nd and 10. Throwing. Prescott. And he whips that one incomplete there. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for. And it's 3rd down. Prescott to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 36. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice sustained series to begin the game that will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Meanwhile, Dak's throw pulled in by Robinson here. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook. They're always so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Prescott yet again. Throw is caught by Schoonmaker. This shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. We always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Oh, there's going to be a little bit of regret there because they certainly had the chance to get off the field here, just giving up a field goal attempt. But they couldn't get that stop on third down. Now they have to hunker down because guess what? That drive continues.
They'll run on first down. Herron. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Cortland Sutton from 4 yards out. And the Cowboys are on the board here first in the season opener.
Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
Mac Jones absolutely believed in himself coming out of high school. Went to Alabama despite the fact there are many high-profile quarterbacks already on the roster and blossomed into a Heisman Trophy candidate in his final season with 41 touchdowns and only 4 interceptions. Steady, consistent as a passer, doesn't have the biggest cannon for an arm, but can stretch the field and lay those passes in on the deep ball.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now a Texas native and former Aggie, it's Isaiah Spiller. Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
It's a pickup of 12 and a Commander's first down. That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career. That draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they called Bambi. So if you're in that type of territory, catch the same number of passes he caught, you know you're on your way to a big-time career. And just think, he's not through yet.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Brewer. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 13 yards there on a Washington first.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Jones throw taken in by Chark. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On first down, he'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On 2nd down, Spiller looking for space.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A 5-yard gain on the play. And the Washington first down.
Now Jones. He finds his man, complete. That's Brewer. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Cowboys 14-yard line.
Throwing Jones. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Jones to throw on 3rd down. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt.
And his kick is indeed good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1.
A first down throw for Prescott. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
At the 27-yard line.
Now a give, right side. Herron. Able to avoid him. And they'll get it out just short of the 45 at the 44.
46 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Prescott on first down.
Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker.
Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination. Guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Robinson's got it. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And that'll bring up 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's Jones throwing to start the drive.
Got this complete to Jahan Dotson.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line.
10 yards there, good for a Washington first down.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA.
Washington with a football here to begin quarter number 2.
As they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Operating from the gun, Jones. He finds his man, complete. It's Brewer. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. On second down now, it's Brewer. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
Washington going to send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. Fielded just inside the 30. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football. And they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
Play action now. Prescott. He finds Sutton crossing the formation complete. 14 yards that time for number 14. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Second down, Prescott. Finding Sutton on the out route, who makes a catch. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40.
Holding offense.
What's the deal, y'all? And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Now Prescott. And this one is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Commanders preparing for their next possession. And McLaurin, the motion man right. And he'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there. And they'll go backwards right away. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. So the completion gets him just a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he'll take it just outside the 40. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Off the play fake, Prescott.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
He was covered by Jalen Davis.
Here's Prescott. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
To the air again, Prescott.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
First down, Prescott. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Prescott's throw pulled in by Lamb. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington 16.
It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
And he'll go right back to Lamb.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The Cowboys on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 8. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on third down.
And this one is right through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3.
So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
This taken in right around the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And the Washington offense heading out. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. And McLaurin, the motion man right. And they'll get it forward to him on the touch pass.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
A gain of 7 yards.
Now a first carry here for Robinson. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That's taken on the 25. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Dallas offense set for this next drive.
And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yep.
Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. His throw incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays just like that one we saw there.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st and 10, Prescott.
Out of his hands quickly to CeeDee Lamb.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2.
On play action, Prescott.
Open man downfield is Lamb. It's complete.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Certainly worth noting he's now 1 catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Prescott to throw it. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
As the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Taking it about the 1. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. And we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now Jones.
He gets this out to Spiller.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. Throwing Jones as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Washington going to send out their punter, standing just outside his own goal line.
That's taken inside his own 40. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and out will come the offense as they take over. And the Cowboys going to go on offense one final time in this first half. And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. A first down throw for Prescott. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout. Prescott now on second down, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, good to get another season underway. We'll get back to you guys for the second half of the season opener. But first, let's take a look at what's still to come here in the opening weekend of the NFL season. We'll get started up at Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, where it was the Giants who were able to come away with the road victory. The Giants, with the best possible start to their season, a road victory in the opener. In the late afternoon games, the place to be might very well be Denver, Colorado, where it'll be the Broncos taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. And finally, Sunday Night Football. They've got a good one lined up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Atlanta Falcons.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
He's got a touchdown pass on the ledger as his guys were able to build a double-digit lead.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Washington offense ready to go to begin the third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Brewer. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Early down steps to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Jones now on 3rd down. That's caught inside the 20. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first.
But he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
A chance for a first touchdown drive of the year. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Jones.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by DeMarvion Overshown. And the Cowboys are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
It was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the 2nd half.
And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the 2nd half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
Meanwhile, Prescott's throw taken in by Sutton.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Herron, and he's going to take this ahead than that. 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Prescott now. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite an excellent display of footwork.
This now a 3rd and 4.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
To throw is Prescott.
That is caught. And he will have a Cowboys first down. Conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Prescott now from the 50.
Completion here to Claypool.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to make it 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback.
Washington ready to try again on offense.
And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Back to throw. Jones.
Over the middle, brought in by Dotson.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
Looking to throw. Jones.
Finding Gray on the out route.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 35-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Up the middle they go.
It's Brewer. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. They work now on 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun. Jones. He finds his man. Complete. That's Brewer. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Jones. To the sideline and incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
At the 28-yard line.
Looking to throw. Prescott. It's complete to Robinson. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th. Prescott looks to throw on 1st. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
On 2nd down, Peterson. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the 1st there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. A handoff to Spiller to begin the drive. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
On the right side open is Gesicki. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
1st down, Washington.
On 1st down, it's Brewer. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. 2nd and 6. Now we got whistles before the snap. Looked like one of the Commanders jumped. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Looking to throw. Jones. Open man right side is Sharp. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw here taken in by Gesicki. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago. So they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Back to the ground. This time it's Peterson. Look at the juke. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 16 in the Dallas first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Now a throw here to his running back. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Throwing. Prescott. Being chased out left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. This is taken at the 15. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Another drive coming up for this Washington offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now Jones on 1st and 10. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 2 yards to go, 2nd down. They run the counter. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Brewer. And he's going to have a Commander's first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
Well, it wasn't a goal line situation, but how about the goal line formation on 3rd and short? They went in and went heavy.
No surprise on who was going to get the football. How about the power exhibited there?
Yeah, that was just put a hat on a hat, drive forward. Nice job to pick it up. Trayvon Diggs getting the tackle.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
On second down, it's Brewer. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Now a handoff up the middle. Brewer. And he's going to have a Commanders first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Jones. Sharp's got it left side. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Now Jones. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get him the completion.
And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Jones from the gun on 3rd down.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Now 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Jones. This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Jones. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch?
Looking for the play, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Commanders are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. They do tack on the extra point as well, and we are tied here in the 4th quarter. What a start to the season this has been. Back and forth, all tied 4th quarter as the kick is away here. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Now 2nd and 4. To throw, Prescott. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Well, this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week 1. Here's 3rd down now.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now on fourth down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made, in my estimation.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. 37 yards on the punt with no return.
So out comes Washington's offense to take over.
They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. Look at the clock, a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage.
Target the sidelines?
Target the sidelines because you want to get out of bounds and make sure that clock stops. Because if the clock stays running, that makes things that much tougher for you. It can always bleed out on you.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter.
2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now. Jones. Open man, that's Gesicki down the field.
The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson to about the 26 here.
The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line.
We can't be totally sure that that was by design, but we do know that a lot of kickers like the ball on the right hash in order to kick the field goal.
Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts.
And with that, they're down to 1 remaining here in this second half. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game. And his kick is good. And it's set up. There was a little meat on that ball, a little more than a chip shot considering the circumstances, but he's able to bang it home in what should be the game winner.
And the key was getting him into a good position to kick from. I mean, if that's a 52-yarder, you're going to have some anxious moments, but kickers nowadays, you give them anything under 40, and they're automatic.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And right now, these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them putting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.